make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguisher, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unget it.
Sean Green and Ryan Kramer bring an energetic approach to sports betting to keep you entertained while sweating your bets on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN.
There is something to the idea of the smart teams might be zagging. You see all the best offenses in the National Football League have a fullback. For receivers, if you're slow, a lot of teams just rule you out, I guess.
Yeah, that was what always held me back.
Join Sean and Ryan every Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on the Sports Gambling Podcast Live at VSiN, right here on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN by the Books with Dave Ross and Jensen Lewis.
How about Geno Smith? 2 years, $85.5 million deal here. Look, Geno's a serviceable guy, but, it's not moving numbers in the marketplace. I think that tells you, at least in our world, Jensen, what this means. It means, hey, nice job, good deal, but I don't think anybody's looking at the Raiders now saying, yes, this is the type of thing, Geno for 2 years, and now we can look at the Raiders and say they're viable players here in the West.
VSiN by the Books, 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
2 games in baseball going on as we speak. Mets 6, Marlins 5. They play in the 6th. Right now, the Mets are $16 to win the game. You can grab the Marlins plus 2.5 runs right now and not lay that much juice. But the Mets have runners on the corners right now, the way it looks, with 1 out. And the White Sox and the Guardians have combined for 4 hits in this game, scoreless as they play in the 8th. Guardians are $230 to win the game in play. White Sox are plus 176 in that neighborhood. NBA tonight, point spread movement.
Can I read a couple of these quick?
Galore,
feedback?
Yep.
A couple of people chime in, they thought Florida was done. They think they were coming back.
For sure.
Even what we've seen in this tournament, you said that's it. Houston can't blow this, and they did.
Because to me, every time that Florida would get down and then he would come back and make a run to tie it, they'd have a chance eventually to take the lead, and they never could, and the Houston would go on a quick 5 or 8 to nothing run.
Yeah.
And I just thought that's going to be too much to overcome.
Yeah.
They had to get over that hump at some point, and I guess it finally happened in the final, seconds of the game.
At 17:21 of the second half, Florida had 5 fouls. Houston had 0. Houston reached 10 fouls before Florida had 9.
Yep. Like I said, it completely flipped.
Then it just got. And then that tweet we showed earlier, too, about what happened with, it's like, wait a second, now every call is going against Houston here. And then it just, whistle fest, foul fest, 12 fouls the first 15 of the second half.
I thought the first technical was questionable at best.
Well, of course.
The second questionable that's the letter of the law. You have to call that. You cannot spike the ball on the floor, on the court, and then have a bounce up like that. If you bounce it on the court and catch it, it's not a technical. But automatically, if you bounce it like that and it goes flying up, by the rule book, it has to be a technical foul. Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be way too much to overcome again last night. And the fact that the defense for Houston was so good that Clayton couldn't even get shots off told me a lot during that game.
Right.
And Houston the lead should have been even bigger throughout.
But still, that's another argument you got to make to hedge, and just don't. Just say you're watching the game. You say, okay, it's over. Like Duke's not blowing this lead against Houston. Texas Tech's not losing to Florida. Florida's not coming back here. Well, okay.
Yeah.
It's sports. Crazy stuff happens. And again, you could have grabbed 4-1 in play, and God knows 60-1 with Houston on Saturday.
I wanted to say this too, by the way. So on that blackjack tournament, and me getting Florida second overall, right? Again, I had to hedge. I'm not even mad about hedging last night. I hedged
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at westernreserveradio.com on the Live 365 network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to the corner of 170 and Dobbins Road here in Poland Township as Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One Network, is proud to bring to you Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on this Tuesday evening as the Bulldogs, they get ready to host the 5-1 Boardman Spartans. Poland, they come in at 0-2. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you along with Justine Carney. High atop Pavlansky Field here in the township as we get ready for men's lacrosse here on a sunny day, however slightly chilly, as we're right around 37 degrees here in the Youngstown area. But sun out, and we are scheduled for a 6:30 face-off. Take a look at the Boardman Spartans today. They were last in action on April 5th. As they would take on the Canfield Cardinals. Cardinals' last opponent for Poland, also Boardman, would get the 6-2 win. And then back last Thursday, Poland would also take on that same Canfield team. They would take the 11-2 loss. Poland under their second year head coach, Kincaid Marakovic. Of course, Coach Marakovic playing for former coach Dennis Schweers and a Poland graduate. And, of course, part of the Mount Union lacrosse program there for several years. Captains out at midfield as we get ready for face-off. And take a look at the starters now for the Boardman Spartans. And we'll start with number 2, sophomore defenseman. It'll be Mike Montgomery.
Number 4,
and
Chester Rice.
Junior, number 4, for the long stick midi will be Chester Rice. Number 12, on attack, it'll be number 6, Kevin Montgomery.
Ashton Hoover. Number 20, senior Eric.
Also, number 16, it'll be the senior Ashton Hoover on attack. Eric Lenhart defensively will be on the field, and he'll be wearing number 20. Lenhart, a senior this year. It'll also be number 25, senior Michael Demetrios on defense. Number 32, Emerson Hare, the senior, on attack. Defensively, it'll be A.J. Murphy, the senior. He'll be wearing number 42. And Bennett Sofran, number 45, will be out defensively for the Boardman Spartans. For the Poland Bulldogs, a little bit of change in the lineup. Not much, though, to speak of. But we'll start out with senior number 2, Josh Maseko. He'll be on the field defensively. Junior, number 3, Alex Cook. He'll be a midi. Long stick midi and defenseman. Sophomore, number 4, Mark Len. Number 8, junior defensive, Dominic Schwartz. Sophomore, number 10, Max O'Brien. He'll be on attack. It'll be senior, number 12, Connor Casey on attack as well. Also on the offensive side, it'll be sophomore, number 14, Wesley Cowles. On attack, it'll be Jason Ike, number 15. He is a senior this year as well. Defensively, it'll be Nick Blanche, number 17, the senior as well. Defensively, on long stick midi, it will be at number 22, junior Will Craven. And in net, it will be the senior, number 23, Ralph Mold. As we'll step aside for the national anthem now. Nation's national anthem as we get ready for Game 3 for the Poland Bulldogs here on this 2025 lacrosse season. Talk about the goalies here, the senior goalie for Poland. It'll be R.J. Mold in his second year as a starter, third year overall. And for Boardman, it will be the senior, number 14, Hunter Richards. Quite a few of these gentlemen here playing under head coach Scott Lenhart. Coach Lenhart starting this program, or part of it at least, back when these players were all in the 5th and 6th grade. So a lot of these players familiar with each other. This core of seniors together for several years. Great chemistry for the Boardman Spartans. And for Poland, Connor Mold and Will Craven coming over, as they were also part of the Boardman Spartan youth club team, and that was developing several years ago. And we are underway here as Boardman will win this one cleanly and get it down into the offensive zone. Hoover waiting for the transition. He'll work his way down the near sideline. Back out top. He'll get this out to Luke DeJoseph. DeJoseph back down there, going to take a shot. Going to go off the stick of Ralph Mold. A save by the senior goalie. And Boardman will keep the ball as we are just underway here. Boardman now from the X position on wraparound. Takes a shot. Going to go from behind the net. Emerson Hare on the shot. Boardman offensively now.
You gonna sit down or are you gonna stand up?
Trying to work back to the top. Almost took a shot on the slot. That'll be Tony Pincharo. Back out on the perimeter. They'll take a shot. Slow one. Another save by Ralph Mold. His second one in as many shots. Ball still loose. Craven trying to chase it down. Couldn't get to it. And now DeJoseph will be the closest one to it. He'll reset the Boardman offense. Ralph Mold in the net to our right. Hunter Richards in the net to our left. Hoover trying to work to the inside. Craven one-on-one with him. Back to the top. DeJoseph trying to get into the slot. He'll take the shot, and it'll take a bounce over the net and out of bounds. Boardman will maintain possession. 10:40 left here in this early game, first quarter. Poland looking for their first win of the year. Send it all the way back out top. It'll head out towards midfield as Montgomery will set the Boardman offense from the far side. Try to work to the inside. Running a couple white jerseys. Ball going to come loose, and Mark Len on top of it. Len trying to get through a crowd of Spartans there, and he'll drop his stick, and we'll get the whistle. Boardman ball. 10:14 left here, first period. No score. Boardman now taking a shot on the slot, and it's going to go in. Boardman takes a 1-0 lead. Kevin Montgomery gets the scoring started.
Boardman goal number 6, Kevin Montgomery.
And we'll have the face-off at midfield. 10:08 of the first quarter. Sosnowski to take the face-off for Poland. He'll win this one out. Ball will be knocked loose. Craven right there. Couldn't see it. Picked up by Chester Rice. Rice going to lose the ball high up in the air. Ball still loose. No possession. Blanche, the nearest one to it, scooping it towards the near sideline, and then it'll be picked up by Ashton Hoover. Hoover working to the inside, but he'll have the path taken away by Luca Carchetti. He'll take the shot that will go off the post and out of bounds. And I believe they're going to call it a crease violation. Poland's going to get the ball with 9:47 left in the first quarter. Boardman with a 1-0 lead. Hunter Richards is yet to see a shot here on the Boardman side in net to our left. Poland out to midfield now. Zedeker trouble controlling the ball. He'll send it back over. Attempted to get it to Cowles, but going to be picked up by Michael Demetrios. Demetrios down into the zone. Al Craven in front of him with the high stick. Takes a shot. Another stop by Ralph Mold. And we're going to get a whistle. Another crease violation. Poland will get the ball. 9:21 left. Mold taking the shot here. A little worse for the wear, but Garcetti now getting it into the zone, and he's going to zip it past Max O'Brien. That's going to go out of bounds. A turnover for Poland. Boardman will take over. They'll inbound this from the far sideline. Spartans with a 1-0 lead. They'll get this out to Hunter Richards. Richards going to come out of the crease for the clear. And going to safely send this one down to Pincharo. Pincharo down the near sideline. He'll send it over to Joseph. Joseph dropping it low, working to the inside is Hoover. Hoover not able to make it past Blanche. Sending it back over, takes a shot, back of the goal. And it's going to be Luke DeJoseph with the second goal for Boardman. They take a 2-0 lead with 8:46 left here in the first quarter.
Puerto Rico number 7, Luke DeJoseph.
A.J. Murphy to take the face off with Sosnowski for Boardman. A.J. Murphy, another one of the seniors for the Boardman Spartans. Ball loose, and we're going to get a whistle. And it's going to be an illegal procedure. It'll be Boardman ball. As Murphy now will inbound this one, and he'll head for the sideline to Joseph from the far side. Excuse me, that's going to be Montgomery from the far side, waiting for the transition to Joseph. And Pincharo to make their way to the field. Pincharo sending this over to DeJoseph on the outside. Trying to drop it down behind the X. Going to overshoot his target. Pass was intended for Emerson Hare. And that'll be a turnover. Poland will get the ball. 8:23 left in the first quarter. Mark Len going to send this one out to Craven. Craven the long stick midi. And they're going to send this out to Connor Mold. Mold, the junior. As Mold now working down the near sideline. You'll wait for the transition. Wait for Alex Cook to make his way to the field, as well as Johnny Turner. Mold over to Cook. And Cook back to Mold. Mold on the far high corner. He'll send it back to Cook. Cook looking down low and back out to the X, looking for the wraparound. Ike couldn't get around. And Cook working to the inside with a spin move. Back out to Connor Mold. They'll reset the offense. 7:36 left here, first quarter. Mold looking for a lane. Nothing much given by Boardman. Connor Mold now one-on-one with A.J. Murphy. Dropping down to Ike. Ike going to the X. He'll send it to the far side. Back out top again. Cook to the far side now. Trying to work to the inside. Nothing there. We're going to get a flag. And it's going to be a delayed penalty coming up against Boardman from the X. Ike from the right of Hunter Richards. He's going to lose the ball. They'll touch up. And there'll be a whistle with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Poland will go to the man advantage. See if we can get a call from our official. So a hold call coming up. 30-second violation coming up. Michael Montgomery, the guilty party on that one. 7 minutes left here, first quarter. Boardman with a 2-0 lead. Poland, though, with the man advantage and an opportunity. Ike going to send this one out to Cook. Cook looking for Connor Mold on the far corner. Dropping low, work it to the inside. Going to take the shot. And stopped by Hunter Richards, recovered by Boardman.
Go score, Eric.
Lenhart trying to get it out of the zone. And he'll overshoot his target. Picked up by Johnny Turner. Turner going to drop this one to Ike. Ike from the near side. Back into the slot. Looking for Connor Mold. Takes a shot. Beautiful save by Hunter Richards. 6:22 left here, first quarter. Boardman with the 2-0 lead. Richards coming out of the crease for the clear. Looking downfield. He'll make it past to Brian. And he'll dump this one out of bounds. Intended for Montgomery, but Dom Schwartz in the way. Clock will stop with 6:07. Poland will take the ball. Craven making his way back to the field as well as Alex Zedeker. And a shot on goal. Ralph Mold going to stop this one again. Vast improvement for the senior, second-year goalie for Poland. Craven now one-on-one with Pincharo. He'll work it up the far sideline. Craven going to take a shot, spin move into the zone. Craven into the slot, but it's going to be picked up by Chester Rice. CJ Rice had the ball, lost it, and now AJ Murphy with the ball. He'll lose it as well. So Brian right there, Craven with the long stick, trying to reach in for it. Ball still high and loose. And so Brian, I think, had it, but we're going to get a whistle. We'll get a push. And it'll be Poland ball. 5:18 left here in the first quarter. Craven will make his way to the sideline. Mike Montgomery will make his way to the field for Boardman. Alex Cook, the junior midi, will make his way out to the field as well. 5 minutes left here, first quarter. As Cook trying to find an outlet, he'll send it across to Connor Mold. Mold. One-on-one with Mikey Demetrios. Mold from the far side, he'll send it back to the X. That's Jason Ike. Ike looking for somebody in the slot, nobody there. You'll have to spin around to avoid Eric Lenhart. Mold again back to the top from the outside. Patiently on the perimeter, sending it back to Cook. And Cook back to Mold. Now work it laterally, trying to find a lane. As Mold trying to find some place to drive inside. Working around A.J. Murphy with the spin move. Takes the shot, and it's going to go wide left of the cage. It'll head out of bounds. And that should remain Poland's ball with 4:14 left here, first quarter. Gals sending this one back to Jason Ike. Ike, the senior. Send it out to Cook. Cook now back to Mold at the top. Cook one-on-one, trying to work to the inside. Nothing there, 2 red jerseys. And he'll work around the pick of Connor Mold.
Get it.
Cook loses the ball. And it's going to be a battle for it. And Mikey Demetrios with the angle on, had the long stick, ball still loose, and picked up by A.J. Murphy. Murphy into the offensive zone now as Craven will make his way in. And he'll send it over to Ashton Hoover. Hoover going to wait for Pincharo and Brian Shaw as well. Shaw, the senior. To Joseph. One-on-one with Carchetti. Takes a shot, and back of the net. For Luke DeJoseph, gives Boardman the 3-0 lead with 3:13 left here in the first quarter, and I believe that's going to be Luke's second goal of the day already. Montgomery and Sosnowski for the face-off. 3:13 left here, first quarter. Poland already trails 3-0. Ball loose now as Demetrios trying to work around the long stick to midi in Craven. Demetrios down low. He'll get it to Hoover. Hoover on the outside. Hoover with Blanche in front of him. And they'll work this down to the X, get that out to Emerson Hare. Hare trying to work to the inside, tried with the wraparound, lost the ball. Ball going to go high, still loose, and picked up by Montgomery. Montgomery to the far side. Looking for an option. He'll have to go back to the outside and get that to Tony Pincharo. Pincharo working it over to DeJoseph. Back down in the slot, looking for the wraparound, takes a shot. And they're going to say that is a goal. Looked like it took a funny bounce, but with 2:33 left here in the first quarter, Boardman takes the 4-0 lead. Ashton Hoover with the goal.
Good score, Ashton.
Boardman goal number 16, Ashton Hoover.
2:33 left here in the first quarter. Boardman fires out to a 4-0 lead. Remind you, coming up this Saturday down at the Cavelli Center will be the Youngstown Phantoms back in town as they conclude their regular season. They'll take on Team USA. It'll be at home and home as they will travel to Michigan on Friday and return for their final game of the season on Saturday. Great seats still available. Call 330-747-PUCK, 330-747-7825. Phantoms looking to keep the #1 spot in the East in the USHL. Timeout here taken. So we'll step aside as well. You are listening to Poland Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Sosnowski and Montgomery for the midfield draw. 2:33 left here first quarter. Boardman with a 4-0 lead. We'll have a slight delay. Officials with some house cleaning. Tidying things up a little bit. And we're going to get a illegal procedure as Boardman will hold on to this. And Montgomery sending it back out to the far side. He'll get that out to Montgomery. Back, trying to work into the slot, looking for the pass to Hoover. Couldn't get to it. It'll head out of bounds. And Poland will take over with 2:17 left here first quarter. Turnover for the Spartans. Craven going to bring this one out from the defensive side. Nick Blanche with the pass. Couldn't handle it. Ball's going to be loose. And Kevin Montgomery will pick it up. Boardman will have it. Trying to work to the inside. Blanche with the poke check. Trying to keep him off. Excuse me, that'll be Mark Len defensively. DeJoseph now from the near high corner. He'll step back, trying to work around Alex Zedeker. Pincharo from the far side. Sending out to Montgomery. Montgomery to the inside. Ball's tipped. Loose just to the right of Ralph Mold. He'll pick it up. And Mold will step out for the clear. Blanche. Now to Craven. Craven on the far sideline, trying to work around Pincharo. He'll sidearm it. Try to get it to Carchetti. Ball going to go out of bounds, and Boardman. All I'm going to say, Poland going to take over. Okay. Official changed his mind. 1:29 left here first quarter. Craven from the far sideline. Working into the zone. He'll drop this around just to the left of Hunter Richards. Back to Jason Ike in the X. And over to Cowles. Cowles going to lose the ball. Boardman going to end up with it. That'll be C.J. Rice. Rice trying to work into the zone, but Cook going to slow him down. And he'll get a little pass over to Hoover. Hoover trying to work to the inside, trying to work past Blanche. Also has Craven there as well. Sending it into the slot. Cook trying to reach up to redirect it. And Montgomery will have it on the far side. Boardman will maintain possession with just 47 seconds left in the first corner. To Joseph, down in the slot, but it's going to be tipped by Craven, but recovered by Boardman. Hoover working to the inside, trying to get past Blanche, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Boardman will maintain possession with just 35 seconds left here, first frame. Boardman with the 4-0 lead. Shot on goal from the far side, and Luke DeJoseph with the goal. That'll be his third of the day. Boardman takes a 5-0 lead with 28 seconds left in the first quarter.
Boardman goal number 7, Luke DeJoseph.
28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Did it again as A.J. Murphy and Sosnowski will take the draw at midfield. Ball loose here, no possession. Murphy finally going to pick this one up. Craven trying to get to him on the angle, won't get to him. Hoover now into the slot, setting up a shot to the far side, takes another shot, and Boardman's going to score again. Montgomery lines the back of the net with 16 seconds left. Boardman blazing out to a 6-0 lead here, first quarter.
Boardman goal number 6, Kevin Montgomery.
Montgomery, also a senior on this team. $11 seniors on the roster for the Boardman Spartans. As Poland will win the draw on this. Craven with the ball, being forced back in the defensive zone. Finally will get loose, and he'll try to get out to Connor Mold, but the ball picked up by Hoover. Hoover working to the inside, and he'll take a bounce shot to give Boardman the 7-0 lead. Three seconds left here in the first quarter. Poland looking to get out of this quarter to reset.
Boardman goal number 16, Ashton Hoover.
Poland will be at Kent Roosevelt on Friday. Game reset from last Saturday, actually. Official with a small delay here, but only 3 seconds left here, first quarter. Boardman leads by a touchdown. Murphy and Sosnowski for the draw. Murphy going to win this one cleanly. He'll take it back there. He'll let the clock expire. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. After one, Boardman with a 7-0 lead will step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
Catch all of the spring and summer action.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem Sports Talk is on the iMedia One Network, Youngstown, Ohio.
Second quarter action coming up here from Pavlansky Field in Poland. Boardman with a 7-0 lead here in men's lacrosse. Poland struggling already 0-2 on the season. Boardman coming in at 5-1. Boardman getting a 6-2 win over Canfield on April 5th. Poland falling to that same Canfield team 11-2 last Thursday. Luke DeJoseph with a hat trick already today. Contributing to Poland's 7-0 lead. As we'll have the face-off here, Montgomery now working from the right side. Hunter Richards going to be in the net to our right. RJ Mold to our left. And ball up in the air, and Montgomery looking to get to it. Actually be picked up by Brian Shaw. Shaw taking a couple of shots here as Craven will step in defensively. Shaw sending it down into the corner. He'll get this one to Hoover. Hoover from the far side with Blanche in front of him. He'll send it back down to the X. Hare trying to work it back out. He'll get it to Montgomery. Montgomery in a little trouble handling it, but he'll be able to regain possession. Pincharo now working to the inside, taking a shot, and a save by Ralph Mold. 11:24 left here, second quarter. Boardman with the 7-0 lead. Mold trying to get it to Craven, couldn't quite get the pass off, and it will go right out past his feet and out of bounds. Boardman will take over. As Pincharo from the near side will send it across the field. He'll get this out to DeJoseph. DeJoseph trying to work past Craven. He'll take the shot and pass him and Blanche. Shot on goal, going to go wide of the cage. Going to go out of bounds. Boardman will maintain possession. 11 minutes left here, second quarter. Boardman with a 7-0 lead. Montgomery trying to work to the inside. Takes a shot off the post, out of bounds. And the clock will stop with 10:51 left. From the far side, Blanche defensively, trying to keep it out on the perimeter. Craven one-on-one with DeJoseph. DeJoseph going to drop this one back down to Hoover. Hoover to DeJoseph, takes a shot, and it's going to go, it'll get slowed down, going off the stick of a Bulldog. It'll go wide left of the cage. And we'll have just about 10.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Boardman up top. Working to the inside, takes a shot. Boardman scores again. 10:24 left here, second quarter. Kevin Montgomery with the Boardman goal.
Boardman goal number 6, Kevin Montgomery.
Boardman with the 8-0 lead. A.J. Murphy to take the face-off this time against Sosnowski for Boardman. Ball on the ground here. Neither person with possession, but it'll be picked up by Boardman. We'll get a whistle. I believe we're going to have offside, maybe. As the officials will come together, we'll talk this one over. 10:23 left here, second quarter. And it'll be Boardman's ball, as Montgomery will send this one across the field. Again, he'll set this up for Hoover. Hoover trying to work past Carchetti into the inside, but he'll be backed off by Mark Len. Back in the slot, get it outside to Pincharo. Pincharo, though, one-on-one with Cook, couldn't get past him. DeJoseph down into the corner, takes a golf shot, going to go off the stick of Ralph Molden, out of bounds. 9:50 left in the half. Boardman with the ball to the outside, trying to work it on the perimeter. They'll try to get it past Schwartz. And another save. by Ralph Mold. Mold coming out of the crease, trying to clear it. Looking for Craven. Actually, trying to get it past Cook, though. Pincharo going to intercept it. And over the shoulder of Ralph Mold. 9:27 left here, second quarter. Boardman now with a 9-0 lead.
Good shot, Tone.
Boardman goal number 19, Tony Pinchero.
Hard to believe. I believe that might be Pinchero's first goal of the game. As we'll have the face-off taken by Montgomery and Sosnowski.
Nice fight.
Ball loose into the Boardman zone. Craven stepping in and taking the path away from Montgomery. Trying to pass it down into the slot again. Was looking for Demetrios. Couldn't connect on the pass. Craven will have it. He'll try to get it out of the zone as he'll be chased down by 3 jerseys. It gets to the far side. He'll take the hit. And he'll try to keep it in bounds. He'll be pushed out. And Boardman will take over with 9:05 left here in the second quarter. Montgomery bringing it down into the Boardman zone. To the far side. And it'll be Hoover. We're working on the inside. Couldn't get past Craven. He'll get over to Joseph. Joseph going to take the shot and go wide left of the cage. 8:45 left here. Second quarter. Boardman with a 9-0 lead. Pincharo from the near side. Sending it back up top. Take a shot. And another score for Kevin Montgomery. Boardman with the 10-0 lead.
Boardman goal number 6.
8:35 left here, second quarter. Murphy and Sosnowski for the draw. And Sosnowski will win this one. Alma doesn't have possession, though. Initially had it, but picked up by Boardman. Ball high in the air. A.J. Murphy, the closest one to it. He'll pick it up near the far sideline. He'll keep this one in. And now Connor Mold actually in defensively for Poland. Takes a shot, going to go across the face of the net and head out of bounds. 8:23 left here in the second quarter. Emerson Hare bringing it in from the X position. He'll lose the ball. Picked up by Poland. Nick Blanche across the field, was looking to connect with Connor Mold. Ball still loose. And the closest one to it will be Ashton Hoover. Hoover trying to work past Blanche. He'll work to the left of Ralph Mold into the slot. It'll be Pincharo taking the went to take a shot, thought better of it as Connor Mold took the lane away on him. Back down in the slot, ball loose. Connor Mold now with the ball and some room to run. He'll head towards the far sideline, and he'll take his time here as Poland finally gets on their end of the field. Sends it down to the right of Hunter Richards. And Jason Ike trying to find some room to work here. He'll get it out to Cook. Cook back to Ike. Ike taking the shot, and it's going to go in the back of the net. 7:20 left here, second quarter. Poland finally gets on the board. However, Boardman leads by a score of 10-1.
Poland goal number 15, Jason Ike.
Just want to remind you, coming up here in May, it'll be the PAFL back on Western Reserve Radio. Catch all the minor league action here as teams from around the region will compete this spring. Of course, by the Cleveland Cobras coming up on May 10th. Also, the Youngstown Patricians will make their debut as well. Face off at midfield. Ball loose, no possession either way. And finally recovered by Dimitrios. Ball loose into the slot. Looking to connect with Monter on the pass, but ball going to be loose from behind now. As Hare looking for an outlet, he'll get to the far side. He'll get it to Hoover. Hoover trying to feed it over the head of Will Craven. The long stick takes a shot and back of the net. And Tony Pichardo gets on the score sheet. Boardman with the 11-1 lead.
Boardman goal number 19, Tony Pinchero.
A.J. Murphy to take the face-off in the rotation this time for Boardman. Sosnowski taking all of them so far here. 6:54 left here, second quarter. Boardman with 11-1 lead. No battle here, ball loose. It'll roll back into the Boardman defensive zone and picked up by C.J. Rice. Rice from the far side, trying to find someone to drop it to, and actually he'll get it down to Hoover. Hoover sending it back out top. He'll get it to Rice. Rice going to take the shot, be redirected, and go out of bounds. And it'll hit for Dobbins Road. Hare now. Working it out to the near side to Montgomery. Montgomery working it back up to the top to DeJoseph. DeJoseph down to the corner to the left of Mold, taking the shot. And it's going to be a goal for Boardman. Ashton Hoover with the Boardman goal. Gives them a 12-1 lead.
Boardman goal number 6.
6:22 left here in the half. Montgomery going to take the face off this time against Sosnowski. Boland working left to right, Boardman right to left. Stalemate here for a moment. Looked like Sosnowski was going to win this. We'll get a whistle, get a push, and it'll be Poland ball. Dropped at midfield. And a long stick midi. Craven will pick it up. Trying to work to the inside. He'll take the shot, and it's going to go high and above and out of bounds.
Just a bit high.
Poland going to maintain possession. Len will send this one out to Ike. Ike from the far side, working it back up top to Cook. And Cook over to Connor Mold. Mold going to wait for Connor Casey to make his way to the field. Casey working to the inside in the slot. Mold going to drop this one to Sobrine. Sobrine back down to the X. He'll get this out to Cowles. Cowles trying to return it. He'll get out to Connor Mold, headed for the sideline, but the junior Bulldog will hold on to it. Trying to work to the inside. Takes a shot. Going to go wide right of the cage. 5:40 left here. Second quarter. Poland will maintain possession. Carquito now on the field for the Spartans. Ike from the far side. Trying to work past Ofrand. He'll get it out to Mold. Mold at the high spot. Mold and Cook lateral from each other, looking for some place to work. Montgomery in the way, though. Cook dropping it to the left of Mold. Get to Sobrine. Sobrine trying to take a shot, but it's going to bounce over the net. Had too many red jerseys in his way. It'll head out of bounds. Poland will maintain possession with 5:10 left in the second quarter. Ike sending this out to the X. That'll be Cowles. Cowles back to Ike. Ike up on the far side. Looking for Connor Mold. Mold and Cook lateral from each other up high. Cook dropping this one down to Sobrine. Sobrine out to Cowles. Cowles it to Sobrine. Trying to take the shot. Again, going to wide right of the cage. Stop by Hunter Richards. And picked up by Lenhart. Lenhart under some pressure from Sobrine. He'll work it back to the inside and send it all the way downfield. And an excellent pass. He'll connect with Montgomery on that. Work it back to the inside. Montgomery looking to take the shot. And a save by Ralph Mold. Sending it back out to center field. Getting it out to his brother, Connor. Connor now on the rush. Pincharo taking a shot at him from behind. And he'll get it. Tried to get it to Cowles on the pass in the slot, but Cowles couldn't handle the pass. We'll get a flag. And Lenhart. Officials not happy about something, as I believe they're going to send Lenhart to the box. Connor Mold down. Didn't catch the action down there in the corner, but all right, injury timeout here. 4:14 left here, second quarter. We'll step aside for timeout. You're listening to Bulldogs Men's Lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
4:14 left here, second quarter. Boardman with a 12-1 lead. Connor Mold being assisted off of the field. And we're told that Eric Lenhart will have a 3-minute non-releasable penalty and apparently an ejection as the junior gets a round of applause from the crowd. Mold actually just returning from California, where he was the goalie for the Canton Akron Jets, played in the USA Hockey National Championships. .414 left here in this half as we look to get back to play. Poland on the man advantage. And Poland with possession. To Cook. Cook Trying to get it down to Sobrian. Sobrian going to chase it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. And Boardman will take over. 3:54 left here with Poland on the man advantage. They'll try to clear it here and get out to Sofran. Sofran trying to work around Cook and into the Boardman offensive zone. We'll drop this down to the left of R.J. Mold. Hoover with the ball back up top. Pincharo now sending it over to DeJoseph. DeJoseph one-on-one with Craven. He'll send it down in the slot. Takes a shot. It's going to go off the post. And recovered by Boardman. Tony Pincharo right there. They'll send it back out top to DeJoseph. DeJoseph dropping it to the inside. Takes a shot. Another one that goes off of the post. Montgomery with the shot. And Pincharo trying to work to the inside. He'll take the shot. It'll be a bouncing shot over the cage and out of bounds. The clock will stop with 3:05 left here, second quarter. Boardman with a 12-1 lead. Boardman with the shot. Again, going to go wide left of the cage. That'll be Montgomery again. There to inbound this one from behind the net. They'll get it out to Luke DeJoseph. DeJoseph from the near side. Trying to work around the pick there is Craven. They're trying to take the lane away. Takes a shot. And it's going to be Hoover again. Finding the back of the net. Ashton Hoover gives Boardman the 13-1 lead. .238 left here in the half. Boardman again, 5-1 coming in to today. As A.J. Murphy and Sosnowski will take the face-off at center. 13-1 is your score. Boardman well in the lead. A little bit of a delay here as the officials will talk to the Boardman coaching staff. And we'll get the go-ahead here. 2:28 left here in the half. Murphy and Sosnowski for the draw. Ball loose there. Murphy overshooting it. Sosnowski had an opportunity. Murphy able to scoop it up, though. And working around Carchetti. Murphy going to head to the sideline. Hoover from the far side. With Nick Blanche in front of him. We'll drop this one down to the X. He'll get it out to Hare. Hare trying to wrap around, but going to go wide of the cage. And Boardman with the turnover. Poland. I believe it's going to be Poland's. Okay, they're going to say, nope, Boardman's ball. Point, official change directions. And I'll head back up top to Montgomery. Montgomery to the far side now, trying to work this one out to Hoover. And up to Shaw. Shaw. Far right corner. Craven stepping in. He'll have to get rid of it. And he'll get it over to Montgomery. Shot on goal. And another stop by Ralph Mold. With 90 seconds left here in the first half. Boardman with a 13-1 lead. He'll get it out to the far side. Mark Len looking for somebody. Looking for Craven. Craven missed the ball, but he was backed up by Sosnowski. And Sobrian from the near side, waiting for transition here. He'll wait for Cook. Ball cross field, but it's going to be picked off by Boardman. And Spartans with the ball to be Sofran, working down into the offensive zone, trying to get past Cook. Drop it into the far left corner. Hoover. Send it to the inside. Shot on goal wide left of the cage. And Hare will bring this out from the X. Send it over to Pincharo. Pincharo from the near side. Craven on defensively. Trying to work to the inside. Takes a shot. And a score by the Boardman Spartans senior, Tony Pincharo, giving Boardman the 14-1 lead. 18 seconds left here in the half. Montgomery and Sosnowski for the ball. Excuse me. Nope, I was right. They're going to let this clock run down here. We'll head to the half. Break time here at Pavlansky Field. Boardman will head into the locker room with a 14-1 lead. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back. Third quarter action here from Pavlansky Field. You're listening to Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician or an entrepreneur. Her knowledge was limitless and still is. She could also make monsters disappear, especially those that lurked in the shadows under the bed. Once, this woman put back together a teenage girl's broken heart, which had been shattered in 1,000 pieces, just by giving her a bear hug. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
So, are you enjoying our station? Well, now you can take us along on your mobile device wherever you go.
Wow!
The free Live 365 app is available for both Apple and Android devices.
That sounds like fun. I'll give it a try.
Just go to the Apple app or Google Play Store and download it today.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com, Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OHSAA and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Nina's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
The Storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No.
Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this.
To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we had a plan.
Separated.
We were able to get in touch with each other in no time.
Idea how to find each other.
The whole experience was fine.
the most frightening 10 hours of my life.
If there's one piece of advice I'd offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm and keep to the plan.
Message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Start your plan at ready.gov. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
The stations that are always ahead of the game. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast. Youngstown, Ohio.
Third quarter action coming up here from Pavlansky Field in Poland. Boardman with the 14-1 lead. As we enter the third frame here, I want to remind you again, coming up this weekend, the season finale for the Youngstown Phantoms on Saturday at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, as they'll round out their season 40-18 already, first place in the USHL Eastern Conference, but the Eastern Conference close, as Youngstown with 82 points, Madison with 81, Dubuque with 81, and Muskegon with 80. As we are underway here, Craven with the ball from the near side. Trying to work back to the inside. Looking for an option. And he'll send it down to Ike. Cook chasing this one towards the sideline. He'll keep it in, but Pincharo right there. Excuse me, that will be Hoover right there. Cook now from around the perimeter, trying to find some room to work to the inside. And he'll drop this one down low to the far side. Get it out to the X. It'll be Cowles. Cowles sending it to Ike. Ike to the right. Oh, Brennan Whitman. Whitman now in net for Boardman. And Luke DeJoseph on the inside with the pass. Tried to get it to Shaw. Came out a little bit sloppy. And Eli Hagler now in net for the Poland Bulldogs. Shaw with the spin move, tried to scoop it into the net, but it's going to go over and out. .10:28 left here. Hoover will bring this one in from the Boardman sideline, from the Boardman bench. Spartans with a 14-1 lead. Shaw back up top. Feeding this one to Montgomery. Montgomery working around Shaw. They'll switch places. Get it back out to the X. DeJoseph from behind the net. Looking for the wraparound. Works to the inside. Takes a shot. Ball loose. Mark Len there for Poland. And Len now will win this one. He'll try to get past to Joseph. Try to get it out to Craven. Craven couldn't get spun around. And it'll head out towards midfield, towards the midfield line. And O'Brien will end up with it. Max O'Brien feeding this one out to Jason Ike. Ike on the near side. Poland will have the ball. 9:40 left here, third quarter. Ike working to the inside. Takes the shot. It's going to go wide left of the cage. Picked up by Montgomery. Boardman from the far side now trying to send it to the inside. It'll head towards the sideline, and that'll be a turnover. Poland will take over. 9:19 left here, third quarter. Boardman with a 14-1 lead. Cook going to bring this one in for Poland. Johnny Turner going to make his way to the field as well. Cook trying to work down low, has a little bit of a lane, takes a shot, and it's going to be redirected. Looked like it went off of Sofran. He took that one well, actually. And 8:46 left here, third quarter. Ike sending this out to Cook. Cook to the far side. He'll get this to Turner. Turner drop it to the inside. He'll take a shot, and it's going to be a Poland goal. Max O'Brien. It's a second goal for Poland. It's a 14-2 lead now for Boardman. 8:22 left here, third quarter.
Poland goal number 10, Max O'Brien.
O'Brien, the sophomore for Poland.
You can only stay about this high out of it.
Midfield draw coming here at 7:53 left in the third quarter. Ball loose, and it'll be scooped into the pole inside. Craven had a shot at it, but Monter has it now. Ball loose again. No possession here. Shaw tries to pick it up. He'll try to take it away from Blanche, and Shaw now will control the ball. Down in the near right corner. He'll get it out to the X, give it to DeJoseph. DeJoseph had to backtrack a little bit. Had Schwartz in his way. From the shot from the corner. And Emerson Hare from the right side of Eli Hagler will give Boardman his 15th goal of the day. Spartans with a 15-2 lead. Seven minutes left here, third quarter. Montgomery and Sosnowski for the face-off. Paul high up again, loose again. Montgomery will get control, will get the whistle, and they'll call a hold, and Poland will get the possession with just about 6.5 minutes left here, third quarter. Casey headed his way onto the field, as well as Turner. Craven will make his way to the sideline. Montgomery will head to the bench for Boardman. Actually, they're going to call that. Montgomery with the penalty now. Poland on the man advantage. Casey dropping this one down to Ike. Ike trying to work to the inside. Can't make it past Sofran. Pass on the far side. Cook down to the left of the Boardman netminder. So Brian couldn't handle it. Still loose and picked up by Boardman. Michael Sosnowski on the run here. He'll lose the ball as Turner has an angle on it, but picked up by Boardman again. Siegel with the ball, but Hare now with it. He'll take the shot. It'll go over the shoulder. Of Eli Hagler. 5:23 left here in the third quarter. Boardman with a 16-2 lead. Poland scheduled for a Friday night tilt with Kent Roosevelt coming up. And of course on Saturday we will have the Youngstown Phantoms hosting their season finale against Team USA. In the beginning of May, we will have Premier Amateur Football League action here on Western Reserve Radio. As Boardman with possession now. Hare from the far side. Emerson going to send this one back up top. He'll get it out to Selesnak. Try to drop it low to Shaw. Shaw have to chase this one to the sideline. And it'll remain Boardman's ball with 4:25 left here, third frame. Zadiker making his way to the field for Boardman. Ball inbounded by Shaw, but knocked away by Blanche. Blanche chasing it towards the sideline, and he'll scoop it back in where Boardman has an opportunity at it, but ball still loose. Nick Blanche going to pick this up. He'll go one-on-one with Ryan Shaw. They'll battle for it. He'll get it out to Craven. Craven on the far side, trying to drop it down into the Poland offensive zone. Out to Cowles. Cowles can't handle the pass. Ball loose. 4 red jerseys around him, and we're going to get a whistle. As Montgomery will make his way back to the field. 3:45 left. And they're going to have Brian Shaw for a slash. He'll head to the box. Poland will head to the man advantage with 3.5 minutes left, third quarter. Justin Zuzan out defensively now for the Bulldogs. Turner waiting for the whistle, I believe, here is with 3:10 left here in the third quarter. Turner over to Connor Casey. Casey dropping it to Cook. Cook looking for Jason Ike. Ike looking for the spin. Can't get around Boardman defensively. Into the slot, takes a shot, and a beautiful feed to Max O'Brien, the sophomore. He scores with 2:52 left in the third quarter. Boardman, though, with the 16-3 lead. Beautiful feed to Sobrian right in the slot, right in front of the Boardman netminder. Brendan Whitman there, a senior also. He and Hunter Richards taking care of the goalie duties this year for Boardman. Boardman winning this one. It'll be A.J. Murphy. Murphy sending it down into the offensive zone. Couldn't get the pass off quite the way he wanted. Siegel couldn't handle it, but Boardman will recover. He'll get it down into the slot, ball loose, and it'll head out to Ike. Or excuse me, that'll be 25, not 15. That'll be Connor Durrett. DeJoseph now feeding into the slot, takes a shot. It's going to be stopped by Ralph Mold. Excuse me, not by Mold. I apologize. That'll be Hagler. I just got used to not. Oh, and a feed there. It's going to be a shot on goal. Brian Shaw gets on the score sheet. 1:36 left, and it's a 17-3 lead for Boardman. Boardman with a 17-3 lead now. And Sosnowski and Montgomery will take the face-off. Hagler stepped out of the cage, didn't know Shaw was going to stand right there for the recovery. And Montgomery will win this one cleanly. Sosnowski will take a chop at him, but won't slow him down. Shaw from the near high corner. Looking for somebody in the slot, nobody there. He'll drop it down to the X to DeJoseph. Luke DeJoseph looking to the outside, has hair, but Shaw the nearest one. He'll have an opportunity to take a shot, and it's going to go wide right of the cage. This one will head out to the grass field with a half a minute left in the third quarter. Boardman with a 17-3 lead. Shot from the right side of Hagler, going to go off the post. That was Hare with the shot. Ball loose now. DeJoseph taking another shot. Going to go wide right of the cage. With 15 seconds left in the third quarter. I believe they're going to let this one run down the last 10 seconds of the third frame. And Blanche going to lose the ball, but that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Here in Poland, we go to the fourth quarter. Boardman with a 17-3 lead. We're going to step aside for a timeout and listen to the Poland Bulldogs men's lacrosse here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia One Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Fourth quarter action coming up here as Boardman takes the 17-3 lead into the final frame. Nate Sosnowski and Michael Montgomery for the draw to get the fourth quarter started. Montgomery going to win this one, and he'll get it out to the far side. Hoover working into the zone. He'll have Cook in front of him. Hoover now sending it Up high to Monter. Monter trying to work to the outside. Craven with the long stick. Keeping him out on the perimeter. He'll drop it back down to the X. Trevecki with the ball. Try to feed it into the slot, but it'll head towards midfield. And Hoover will reset the Boardman offense. Down to the left. Eli Hagler working from the X, trying to work around the Poland defense, but from the far side now it'll be Zalesnak. Working to the inside, takes a shot, and it's going to go off. And it's on the rebound shot. Boardman's going to get it. And Daniel Ramos with the shot gives Boardman the 18-3 lead. Montgomery and Sosnowski for the draw. Boardman 18, Poland 3. Montgomery going to win this one cleanly again. Out to the far side now. Ball mishandled, but quickly recovered by Monter. Monter working from the outside, trying to work past Cook. Spinning to the inside, takes a shot. Finds it back of the net, 19-3. Here's the Boardman lead. Austin Monter, the senior, gets the goal for the Spartans. Montgomery in for the draw for Boardman. He and Nate Sosnowski. 9.5 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. It has been all Boardman here. Ball loose as Craven will try to sweep this one up with the long stick. Couldn't handle it. And it'll be Siegel with the ball. He'll scoop it back into the Poland side. And Sosnowski now with the ball. He'll lose it. After Siegel will knock it out of his stick, but Sosnowski from the near sideline. And he'll be pushed out of bounds. Boardman will take the ball with under 9 minutes to play here. Fourth quarter, Boardman with a 19-3 lead. Shaw to the far side to DeJoseph. Seiko in front of him now. Trying to work in front of DeJoseph. Past him and over to the far side. Zalesnak had an opportunity. That ball still loose. Zalesnak the closest one to it. And it's going to be Poland ball, actually, they're going to say. As this clock will continue to run, 8.5 minutes left. Fourth quarter. Craven the long stick. Mitty from behind, he sees it coming. Took a swipe at him, but he's going to make his way into the Poland offensive side. He'll feed this over to A.J. Holtzman. Connor Casey now from the near high corner. Trying to work to the inside. He'll get it to Sobrian. Sobrian out to the X. Try to get it to Cowles. Cowles couldn't handle the pass. It's going to be high, and he'll be backed up. Actually, Boardman going to have the ball. Looked like Tommy Kosterl had a shot at it, but Sofran now sending this one in. Ball loose, going to be picked off by Connor Casey. Casey down through the slot, working to the inside, but can't work through two or three red jerseys. And it's going to be loose to the inside. He'll take a shot. And the ball loose, picked up and recovered by the netminder, Brendan Whitman. 7 minutes left here, fourth quarter. Boardman in the slot, looking for the feed, takes the shot, going to go wide of the cage. Shot by Daniel Ramos, the sophomore for Boardman. And a shot by Boardman. That one will go in. 20-3 is the score. I think it's going to be Tony Pincharo with the shot. .6:15 left here, fourth quarter. Boardman with a 20-3 lead. Montgomery and Sosnowski again. And Montgomery will win this one as he takes it down the far sideline. We'll have Carchetti in front of him. Takes a shot, going to go wide of the cage, head out of bounds. Boardman will maintain possession with under 6 minutes to play. Now back far to Joseph. Joseph couldn't handle the pass, but he'll be backed up by Shaw. Shaw getting into Luke to Joseph again down into the slot. Going to take the shot. Got redirected and went wide right of the cage. And Poland will get the ball. Eli Hagler chasing the ball down. Try to get it to Schwartz. Schwartz couldn't handle it, but Poland now to the inside. Luca Carchetti trying to work past to Joseph. Going to lose the ball. It's going to head out of bounds. And with under 5 minutes to play, Boardman will get the turnover. Joseph. One-on-one with Josh Maseko. Down in the slot. Emerson Hare takes a shot. And Hagler going to stop that one. Boardman with the recovery, though. Lesnack takes a shot. Going to be stopped by Hagler. He's going to send this one out to Maseko. Maseko couldn't handle the pass. Didn't see it. Hare now with it. Hare going to take the shot and find the back of the net. 21-3 is the score. 4:13 left here in the game. Under 4 minutes to play here. Poland looking for some answers. They're going to be 0-3 following this one. Montgomery going to scoop this back into the defensive zone. He'll pick it up. Had a little trouble handling it, but no problem. He'll correct course and head out to the far side. Chased by Sosnowski and then by Cook. They'll feed it into the slot. Takes a shot. And another score for Daniel Ramos. Three minutes left here in the fourth quarter. As we will finish this continuous clock here. Montgomery down the far sideline again. He'll work his way around Sosnowski. Cook shifting down, taking a lane away, trying to work to the inside. Couldn't get anything. Ball loose in the slot, picked up by Alex Cook. Cook down the sideline. We'll have C.J. Rice in front of him, trying to work around Rice. And he's going to actually hold on to the ball. Rice taking a shot. We're going to get a flag. Slashing call coming up here. Delayed penalty as Poland will have the ball. Bennett Sofran going to be the guilty party on that. And we'll have the penalty with just under 2 minutes to play. Sofran will head to the box. Actually, yeah, they're going to say C.J. Rice on that, I believe. So 90 seconds left here in this game. Boardman with a 22-3 lead. Poland with the man advantage for the next minute 18. Cook. Have the ball knocked away, but it'll be loosed and picked up by Boardman. Well, actually, Cook's still after it. Going to scoop this one high in the air. We'll get the whistle. And it's going to be Boardman's ball with under a minute to play. So Boardman down into the zone, Craven on him, trying to push him out of bounds. So Lesnack with the ball. He'll get it out to DeJoseph. DeJoseph up high here, trying to eat the clock up now. He'll be in no rush. $18 seconds left here in this final quarter. And they'll let the last 10 seconds wind down here in Poland. And that'll be it for this one. Boardman will get out with the 22-3 win over the Poland Bulldogs. Poland falls to 0-3. Boardman improves to 6-1. Poland will be back in action on Friday night at Kent Roosevelt. Stay tuned to social media on the iMedia One network and Western Reserve Digital Radio, or WR_radio over on X, or as formerly known as Twitter, for all the information. Of course, again, we want to remind you, the Youngstown Phantoms, your first place team in the Eastern Conference, will host Team USA on Saturday. That going to be a 6:05 puck drop. Plenty of great seats still available. 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825. For Justine Carney, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here on this afternoon. We hope to see you Friday and Saturday this weekend as we have more live action here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia One network. Your final score one last time. Boardman 22, Poland 3. And we'll see you all again this weekend right here on Western Reserve Radio.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.